Welcome to the role of magic in modern society. I'm Diane Wing, your guide through this magical journey. You'll notice I'm spelling magic with a K. You have magic within you. I'm not talking about the illusionist magic spelled with a C. I'm talking about magic with a K, wherein you have the freedom to be yourself, use your gifts, and serve those you care about in extraordinary ways. Tapping into your intuitive wisdom allows you to get a deeper understanding of your core self. Using your intuitive ability on a regular basis can transform your life. We all have magic within us. It's up to us to discover ways to reveal, release, and apply this magic to create our own destiny. We have the ability to magically transform our lives and the world around us. So many people go through life trying to change others, attempting to force change, when all they need to do is change their own way of thinking and watch as the world around them looks different. Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." We manifest what we are and what we believe from within us to the external reality. This is akin to the phenomenological approach to psychology, wherein we filter everything through our own framework. There are many definitions of magic. Here are just a few. And of course, the previous slide also explained how Denning and Phillips, magical practitioners, define magic. These definitions use the word science and also art, the science and art of magic. In this context, science means that magic aims at what is visibly successful. Art refers to more intuitive areas of magic, sensitivity for subtle energies, for example. All of these definitions imply the ability to control and create our reality, to generate alternatives, to feel the magic of life, and become master of our unique gifts. Magic aims at achieving the spiritual totality and unity of a person. Only when both sides work together harmoniously can magic be achieved, both natural and intuitive. Some believe magic to be a law of nature, as yet misunderstood or disregarded by contemporary science, and as such, they don't view it as being supernatural, but part of our natural ability. On many levels, quantum physics demonstrates the magic inherent in the world. Reality to a magician is not a rigid, inflexible constant, but more of a greatness that's constantly flowing and can never be clearly defined. There are innumerable realities, and the magician's main task is to take part in as many of these as possible to ensure one's own versatility and flexibility, thereby expanding one's own spectrum of action. Physics is proving this idea in that it relates to pure potentiality until observation occurs, then it becomes locked in. Magic is the action of extending oneself beyond your former state, learning in a way that opens the mind, heart, and soul to new ways of thinking and being. To unfold, the process of shedding and removing old ways of approaching life is required in order to reveal the power inherent in your being. The concept of a mystery school is ancient, with its beginnings in ancient Greece, Egypt, and Rome. Some of the first schools of this kind focused on various deities such as Isis and Osiris, Mithras and Dionysus. Others were more philosophical in nature, such as the Zoroastrian mystery school, the Gnostics, the Essenes, the Sufis, and the Knights Templar. Many of the ancient mystery schools were exclusive to only a chosen few, and so did not survive. But those who did enter had to be initiated and pass certain gates in order to be accepted. The need to be ready in order to learn this esoteric knowledge is still true today. Magical practices allow us to come fully into ourselves and therefore into our power. This is not to say that some do not practice on the dark side, but any power can be used for evil. That's the law of polarity. Everything contains its opposite. This is represented in the yin-yang symbol. Good and evil coexist rather than one conquering the other. It's a matter of balancing these energies. Today, the esoteric arts and magical philosophy is studied in order to bring about deep self-knowledge, a spiritual connection with the divine, and the development of a will, creating the ability to have control over the self rather than being controlled by others, and to create your destiny rather than having it dictated for you. Esoteric arts, by their very nature, is that which are secret or mysterious. The use of esoteric arts such as yoga, astrology, tarot, and all forms of magic are designed as tools to connect to the divine, hence the term divination, and to reveal that which is underlying the physical world, to attain occult or hidden knowledge. Through enhanced awareness, we open to the energies around us, sensing them and flowing with them. Magical philosophy pertains to the understanding of the mechanisms of the relationship between the microcosm and macrocosm, that is, humankind and the divine nature. It is the study of the essence of the universal mind and the ways it's expressed physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Ultimately, the goal is to achieve self-mastery. In this state, the practitioner has full control over his or her own physical and inner life. This means control over thoughts and actions and the ability to ride the energetic wave to manifest desires. Control over your inner world influences what you manifest in the outer world. Cultivating willpower is essential to self-mastery, and then, ultimately, allows one to connect with the ever-abundant divine will. Magic is about transformation. A primary goal for the magical practitioner is to bring about change. The changes are mainly focused on internal transformations that must occur in order to create shifts in energy and thereby transform internal desires into external reality. It's the practice of aligning with natural cycles in order to flow with them. Understanding natural transformational cycles, such as moon phases and seasons, allows you to do without doing. Everything is done in its own time. Because transformation and the cycle of death and rebirth are inherent in the flow of life, these concepts are captured in the cycles of nature. The seasons represent a time of death and withdrawal for winter, new beginnings or rebirth in spring, fulfillment in summer, and preparation or change in autumn. Tuning into these energies increases awareness of the natural flow of things and puts us in its rhythm. Moon phases represent changing energies in the cosmos. Knowing the moon phase assists the energy when sending out an intention. The four main cycles are the new moon, the first quarter or waxing moon, the full moon, and the third quarter or waning moon. The new moon is for operations that are being initiated, a new endeavor or way of being, a new project or new beginning. As the moon waxes, this energy is used when you need a boost of power, or to grow, or for the development of a project or idea. The full moon provides maximum power for intentions toward manifestation, the culmination of plans and projects close to fruition. The energies of the waning moon are used to banish or remove bad habits, negative energies, people, or to lose weight, to reorganize, purge, and plan for the next new moon. It's also a good time for study and meditation. Track your activities for a month and see if they align with the moon phases. You may be unaware that you are in perfect sync with these phases. Magic is about manifestation. As with the Magician card in Tarot, so we are called to manifest from above and bring it into the physical realm. Our connection to spirit or the universe is channeled through us, given fuel by our emotions and thoughts, and brought into existence. We are our own master, able to tap into the abundant energy around us. Each moment is a new opportunity to change the way we think, feel, and behave. We have the power to manifest our destiny, and magic allows us to take back control and use our gifts to create the life we want for ourselves. Magic is about protection. I've seen many people succeed to the point of opening themselves to the energy around them, only to become completely overwhelmed. Most of us sense the energies around us naturally. How many of you have ever walked into a room and felt like you wanted to leave right away? Ever met a person for whom you had an instant dislike? Been around certain people and suddenly you feel exhausted? You're exposed to unwanted energies every day. It's important to know how to identify negative energies, what to avoid, how to protect yourself, and ways to clear negativity from your auric field. With each interaction you have throughout the day, you're collecting the energies of people, places, and things onto your personal energy field. Controlling the energy around you makes you feel grounded, stable, and energized. This slide shows a few of the classes available through Wing Academy of Unfoldment to help you learn about protection. A common magical symbol is the cross. When it's an equal-armed cross, it represents the four cardinal directions and their corresponding elements of earth, air, fire, and water. In the version we see here, it serves as a protection symbol, a shield against evil. The cross is an ancient symbol of the union of the material or passive, which is the horizontal, and the spiritual or active as the vertical. And when these combine, they create a third force, idea, or entity. It's also a symbol of death and spiritual resurrection, the death of an old way of being and ultimately the connection to the divine. It symbolizes the joining of heaven and earth and the path to enlightened consciousness. Our bodies form a natural cross with the heart at the center, also called the seat of the soul. The symbol embodies balance from above and below, male and female, passive and active. You've heard the birthday wish, "Many happy returns." It's actually a magical phrase. A solar return is a type of predictive astrology chart drawn up for the time the sun returns each year to the exact sign by degree, minute, and second as it was at the precise date and time of a person's birth. At that time, the forecast begins and continues for one entire year. We practice magic from an early age. From the first time we can formulate a birthday wish and blow out the candle, we are practicing candle magic. We make a wish and blow on a dandelion. It's a magical act to set an intention and then blow out the candle or dandelion to send the wish out into the universe to manifest. Now let's talk about some tools of magic, starting with astrology. From the time we're born, our magic lies in the pure potentiality that can be brought forward from within ourselves. This takes us on a journey to discover our special gifts and how those gifts can transform the self and the world. A horoscope indicates the possibilities and opportunities offered to the person. It does not follow that he will live up to his horoscope or develop the faculties or qualities he is meant to. Therefore, horoscopes stand not for what the native really is, but for what he was meant to be. I find that the use of the natal chart to identify vocational potential is a good use of the data, and the vocational charts I've done for my clients have been highly accurate in revealing their true calling. Ultimately, definite prediction of outcomes is impossible considering free will. At the same time, the more evolved the person is, the more he can rule his stars. Astrology has been mainstream for quite some time, with the "what's your sign" as prevalent among daters as "what's your major" is among college students. The daily horoscopes featured in newspapers and magazines are read by millions. What they don't realize is that the sun sign is only the tip of the iceberg and provides very little, if any, valid information for the individual. If astrology is a topic that interests you, the courses listed on the slide are just a few of those available through Wing Academy for students who enjoy learning more about astrology. Another tool of magic is tarot. Tarot is not for fortune telling. As with astrology, free will plays a large part in how things play out, and so predicting the future is not a valid use of this tool. Rather, it has the ability to reveal our own true nature. It can assist us on the path to spiritual and psychological growth if the information is used wisely. The major arcana forms a book of metaphysics that teaches us how to interact with spirit and deal with the challenges of life. Tarot is the tool that allows us to step away from ourselves and gaze upon our lives more objectively. Situations are revealed, and the message can be received without the drama that surrounds it. A reading can uncover possibilities and alternatives as long as the inquirer is open to the messages. The reading is very much like a psychotherapeutic relationship. People seek readings primarily when they are troubled or in transition. To develop expertise in using the tarot, the reader must be highly self-aware so as to differentiate between their own stuff and what is coming through for the client. It's a wonderful way to open and to tap into the emotions, hopes, dreams, and challenges the client faces. Knowledge of a wide variety of topics is recommended in order to recognize the issue when it arises during a reading. How much is revealed depends upon the openness of the inquirer. The encounter is a spiritual energy exchange. Therefore, the client should be aware of how he or she is feeling in the presence of the reader. If they are uncomfortable, they should seek someone else's counsel. The tarot reveals messages at the proper time, that is, when the inquirer is ready to hear it. If a message is unveiled prematurely, the person will not understand its meaning. Similarly, a person will seek a reading at a time when she is ready to open and recognize the patterns that create the future. Another tool of magic is incense. It calms and purifies. It puts one in an associated state of mind, as with studying, meditating, focus, writing, whatever purpose you choose to associate with a particular fragrance. It opens the third eye, energetically cleanses, and brings one closer to the divine. There are specific scents used for specific purposes, such as jasmine to bring about love energy, copal to energetically clear and cleanse a space, and sandalwood for protection. Intention is a tool of magic. Understanding the laws of magic enable the connection with certain energies that align with the practitioner's intent. It reveals the mechanics of the spoken and written word, mindset, and action in conjuring your desires and the ways to develop the focus and will to create and complete the operations necessary to accomplish the goal. The magical practitioner is called to do a deep dive into what they truly want, so as to formulate an effective intention and have foresight as to the consequences of their desires. Knowing your purpose goes a long way in determining your intention. Recognizing and using the elemental energies to support your purpose focuses the energy toward your ultimate goal. Intuition is a tool of magic. Do you have secret intuitive ability? Do you begin conversations about your gifts by saying, "You're going to think I'm crazy, but..." The accuracy of your intuitive guidance may even scare you, and you want to understand it better. This is your inner magic. It's part of who you are and nothing to be afraid of. You can receive guidance every minute of every day if you know how to develop your gift. Everyone has intuitive ability and a special way of expressing that gift. Some intuitives get information about relationships, while others get information about health issues. Still others get messages from nature. Some feel the information through emotional cues, and still others have a sudden knowing. Finding out which type of intuitive you are is an important first step in developing your talents. The mind is a tool of magic. Everything you'd ever want to be starts in your mind. Applying your inner powers of fortitude, self-control, self-discipline, vision, and focus allows you to propel yourself toward a future of your creation. Mental control is a big part of doing magic. It's a precursor to cognitive behavioral psychology. Magic allows the mind to use its power of creativity and imagination to create alternatives and new directions for one's life. Depression can result from lack of alternatives, creating helplessness and hopelessness. Anxiety is a function of fear, doubt, and not feeling in control. Engaging the mind to the full range of possibilities gives you more control and options, thereby reducing the instance of depression and anxiety. If you believe something is impossible, it will be. If you look at things with a limited perspective, you'll feel penned in. If you constantly put others ahead of your needs, then you'll experience frustration, resentment, and low self-esteem. You create your life. You create the way you feel. It's not a function of what others do or don't do, but rather is a creation of your own thoughts and beliefs that prompt you to make choices that keep you stuck or take you closer to your goals. A good place to start is with putting yourself first without the guilt class. It will help you think differently about the role you play in your relationships and help you take back your power. There are benefits to studying magical systems. Magical systems and occult philosophy were developed to help people attain the best in personal growth, to develop the individual toward perfection. Used in conjunction with personal experience and purity of heart, magic is created. Magic is not created by simply wishing for something to happen. Many think that the practice of magic will provide a quick fix. The life associated with the magical path is a way of being, a lifelong pursuit, and practice that is not for those looking for a quick fix. It requires deep self-awareness, the development of a will, and connection to divine will. The practice of magic and healing calls you to be clear, a clear channel to receive, direct, and transmit energy, and to fully come into your power. Drugs and alcohol are central nervous system depressants. They muddy the aura and the mind, thereby reducing the amount of energy you can channel. Use moderation or eliminate them completely. The practice of magic calls you to a life of continuous learning. The law of infinite data says that there is always something more to learn. There are countless ways to develop and to know the self. Every experience holds a lesson. The study of magic offers the opportunity to stay inspired, to discover your gifts, and to transcend mundane ways of thinking and being. Many magical systems include messages found in nature or suggests performing ritual or contemplation in nature. Being in nature helps cleanse the aura and enhances your connection to the divine. Feeling connected to the environment helps ground and rejuvenate you. It brings about an overall sense of well-being. This leads to a desire to preserve nature and hold it sacred. In the study of magic, imagination is used to expand the mind to solve problems, journey to other realms, direct energy, discover the deepest parts of the self, and to heal mental, emotional, and physical maladies. Imagination allows you to experience the world and yourself in unlimited ways. Magic can be applied in modern society. The purpose of true magic is to attain enlightenment, create your destiny, and overcome self-imposed limitation. Magic is transformational. It's the action of extending yourself beyond your former state, learning in a way that opens the mind, heart, and soul to new ways of thinking and being. To know yourself is the key to life and to all magical operations. Expanding beyond your former self reveals your true nature in ways that were formerly unknown to you. Knowing the self reveals the gifts you bring to the world and ways to express those gifts. It also centers and stabilizes you, thereby increasing your self-confidence. Unfoldment is the process of developing your spiritual side and your connection with the divine. In this way, the self opens to the abundance of the universal energy and taps into the unlimited potential available to you. Unfoldment allows you to increase your understanding about yourself, your purpose, and the unique gifts you bring to the world. Through revealing the core self and your relationship to the divine, it's possible to tap into your intuitive abilities and develop psychic awareness that had been blocked by outmoded ways of thinking. When unfoldment takes place, the will comes to the forefront and you're able to step into your power. We attract what we are, not just what we focus on. Control over your inner world influences what you manifest in the outer world. This is the essence of the law of attraction. There is magic in us all, and my intention for all Wing Academy courses is to ensure understanding and practical application. Through integration of metaphysical concepts, coupled with the unification of spiritual understanding and your unique perspective, magic can be incorporated into every aspect of life, rather than being experienced as a separate practice. Together we'll walk the magical path to the self and to the divine, discovering your true nature while establishing a relationship with divine nature. In this process, it's important to cultivate your own unique perspective while considering that of others. All magical practices are most definitely a process, not a magic bullet. The process of shedding and removing old ways of approaching life is required in order to unfold the power inherent in your being. As society transforms and grows, it's essential to use whatever techniques and philosophies are available to become more secure within yourself and more accepting of others. Coming into your own power gives a sense of security and purpose that promotes a sense of personal responsibility and attainment of your true potential. It's time to release your inner magic. This course is an introduction to the magical world of Wing Academy of Unfoldment online, where you'll be able to study at your own pace and at your convenience, and attend live classes so you can connect with others in the community. I'm in the process of creating lots more courses in this format, and my community will be the first to know about new classes as they become available. So take a moment to become a member of my community on dianewing.com. Please email me any questions to diane@dianewing.com. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it.